Outdoor public art is one of those things we may not miss when it isn't there, but once it is, it can change the whole feel of a community. That's certainly the case here in the Point neighborhood in Salem. Here in El Punto, as many residents call their neighborhood, dozens of artists took outdoor public art to a whole different level. It's the Punto Urban Art Museum, 50 large-scale murals representing the work of 18 world-renowned artists as well as 20 local artists, the canvas, residential buildings covering a 3-block radius. But it's not just what it is, but where it is. The Point is a working-class immigrant neighborhood.
So 100 years ago, it was dominantly French-Canadian, and now it's dominantly Caribbean and mostly Dominican.
Mickey Northcutt is CEO of North Shore Community Development Coalition, a nonprofit which has created over 400 units of affordable housing in Essex County. Punto Urban Art Museum grew out of the neighborhood's goal to improve quality of life here.
We thought this would be a great way to create world-class, beautiful art to give people pride that we're putting some of the best art in the world on their buildings in their neighborhood, and hopefully to inspire people to think of creative endeavors.
When you see an image.
It's certainly been inspiring for a young artist like Angela Gonzalez.
I love the people here. They all stand out here and they just watch you paint, and the kids come up and explain to them why you painted that. It's pretty cool.
Community organizer and resident Chantel Alex has seen her community embrace the artwork.
I was part of the strategic planning to allow people that live in the affordable housing feel proud about the neighborhood and the apartments that they live in.
It's part of the identity of the neighborhood.
Correct.
It's been remarkable. It's all about breaking down those perceived barriers.
Nearby on Salem's Pickering Wharf, we dropped in on another artist whose work is connected to the water.
It's an alternative to taxidermy. It's a reproduction of the actual fish. There's fish DNA in that print.
The sign outside may seem to suggest fresh fish, but it is fresh fish art. Joe Higgins practices a traditional form of Japanese printmaking called gyotaku.
It's been around for centuries. It's how the fishermen would document their catch. It was a way for the fishermen way back when to brag about how large their fish was.
Nowadays, customers could settle for a photo, but the size of their fish is only one reason they leave their catch with Higgins.
Most of the fish, I print someone's first fish, someone's biggest fish, someone's only fish. The fish that we're printing today, it was the first fish that the couple caught together.
All the more special, the source of the print is that couple's very fish, a black sea bass. Not that Higgins hasn't printed bigger fish.
This is the full-size swordfish. So
this was the actual fish?
This is the actual fish.
Wow.
It's not just a fish print, it's a memory. It's something that people are going to have forever.
Ever had a senior moment? No, not that kind of senior moment. Have you had an actual senior moment? I have, and it's delicious.
We just finished doing our 15th beer, all different styles.
So you're a little bit of a beer fanatic.
More than that. 5.5.
Steve Dragon and his wife moved to the Overlook, a retirement community in Charlton, Mass. In 2016. A home brewer for 40 years, Dragon had just one question for the communities he and his wife considered.
I homebrew. Am I going to be able to continue brewing?
How many said yes? Just here.
Just here.
Whether the Overlook had ever considered installing a brewery, they have a nifty little one now. Granted, some steps, like grinding the grain, are done old school. Dragon has his brew crew, now more than 35 members, operating with machine-like efficiency, even without all those fancy machines. Just the same, they do push the beer-making envelope here.
This next one we're doing is going to be a Mexican stout. It's very unusual.
Lots of other talents to tap from the team, like the labels, courtesy of retired designer Rich Wilson, who used a picture of himself as a 2-year-old for the oatmeal stout. Your parents could never have guessed you'd end up on a beer label.
No, and I'm sure my mother would be horrified to know that I drink beer, let alone make it.
They make it, they win awards, and while I'm no expert, this was one of the best senior moments I've ever had. Nicely done.
Thank you.
Indeed. And Ted's visit to the Overlook was back in 2019, but we're happy to report that the brew crew at the Overlook is still brewing. Alas, their brews are not for retail sale. Back to the Punto Urban Art Museum, the number of murals has grown from 50 to 75. Museum staff and ambassadors do lead tours of the murals. They cover 15 to 20 murals and take about 75